House Bill 394, relative.
And we said 500. However, on this amendment, it says 1,000.
No.
Wrong amendment, sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
I'm all set
amendment, Representative Welch, you moved amendment 0879H.
Yeah.
All right,
Second.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to know, this is part of my own ignorance, but is recklessly commonly used in these criminal statutes?
No.
In the crop damage can be one of many things. For instance, if somebody runs an ATV through a field, it creates ruts. And when it rains, it can create soil erosion. And that would be a reckless act because it didn't intend to do that. And I think recklessly that applies.
Representative now.
Thank you for let me talk. I was gonna say something else that the sponsor said was, is the first one knowingly, then recklessly, then there's like 4 different ways they could have said it. But the hardest one would be like knowingly, but recklessly would be like one step down. So they changed it to that.
Yeah, makes it easy.
I don't know if that helps. I can't remember the 4, but
Makes it easier to enforce.
Further discussion? We're ready for the question on amendment 0879H to House Bill 394. If you're in favor of supporting House Amendment 0879H, you will say yes. If you're opposed, you'll say no. Call the roll.
Pearson,
Yes.
Espeeder,
Yes.
O'Hearn,
Yes.
Harry Gabbard, yes. Okerbeck,
Yes.
Courtney,
Yes.
Muse,
Yes.
Murphy,
yes.
Newman,
Yes.
Registersman,
Yes.
Swinburne,
Yes.
Welch,
Yes.
Fields,
Yes.
Burt,
No.
Green,
Yes.
McNally,
Yes.
Testament,
Yes.
Wallace,
Yes.
Abbas,
Yes.
19.
Yes.
Sweet.
19-1.
19 to Burt.
The question now, when the clerk is ready, is on the motion that by Representative Welch of ought to pass the amendment, seconded by Representative Swinburne.
Who made the motion?
Representative Welch made it. Ought to pass with amendment.
Okay.
But if you're in favor of ought to pass with amendment, you'll vote
Well,
yes.
are we going to discuss or no?
Oh, we can discuss it, yes. Excuse me, please.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will be voting no on this, and the reason is, I grew up on a farm. I understand what they're saying. This is not the bill. And the reason I say this is not the bill is because the Criminal Justice Committee, the 3 terms I've been here, have always tried to let the judge, on all of the laws that we pass on criminals, let the judge make the final choice. We'll set the standards and say it should be this or this and this, but, the judge is the person that sees that person committing these crimes. In the past, we've always allowed the judge to make the final decision, but here, we're putting a minimum of $500, which is better than $1,000. And again, I sympathize because I remember fixing a lot of fence when I was a kid. Because trucks would go in there and rip them up, and it would be my job to go out there and fix it. So I understand what they're saying. It's just, this is not the bill to do it. And if we're passing a bill so they can put a sign up because the police are not going to enforce this, which they're not. So they just want to put a sign up. They can put a sign up now. Signs do not work. They just don't. So for us to pass a law, and I apologize to the farmer because I sympathize with him, but for him to be able to, we're only doing this so he can put a sign up saying it's $500 or $1,000 if you do this crime. The police aren't enforcing what they have now. So why are the police going to enforce it later? And if somebody wants to commit a crime, they're just going to walk right by it and run. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Further discussion? Representative Bournet, then Representative Welch.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I disagree with the idea that we're just passing a law to pass a law. Sometimes police officers, law enforcement officers are aware of the laws that we as a body pass, but we can make them aware of those laws, and we can inform people like the farmers that that law exists, and they can inform law enforcement that such things exist. So this is not just passing a law so a farmer can put a sign in.
Representative Welch.
Yeah, to expand on what Representative Burt said, if they put up a sign and somebody walks by it, they deserve to be fined. It's as simple as that. And quite frankly, if somebody goes in and steals a bushel of corn, 10 times that bushel of corn is chicken feed, really, when you think about it. I'm sympathetic to the farmers too, and I think that once somebody gets caught on this, it'll probably be downhill slope. So,
Representative Newman.
I'm still trying to figure out how the amendments affect the bill and whatnot. And this is not a new law that we're passing, as I understand it. It's a current law that allowed the forfeiture of 10 times the amount of damage to the person. So the law is in existence. It already says forfeit. And the First Amendment said $1,000, Second Amendment says $500. So we've done nothing else to this existing law other than change the wording of what's owed. So I don't see that we're passing a new law that changes the way this committee has done business. But I haven't been here in the past, so I don't know.
Further discussion? I will note that actually this does add additional, specifically does expand the existing law to include consume, so that you just don't get to eat it, pretend like you do it. And also it identifies Christmas tree as a specific crop. And then the addition of a minimal amount of money with the amendment that was proposed by Representative Welch, it would be a higher of either the minimal, that would $500 or 10 times the amount.
Thank you.
Further discussion? We're ready to vote on the amendment 0879.
Pass as
I'm sorry. To pass as amended by amendment 0879. If you're in favor of on the pass with amendment, you'll say yes. If you're opposed, you'll say no. Clerk will call the roll.
Pearson,
Yes.
Esposito,
Yes.
O'Hearn,
Yes.
Mary Cathcart, yes. Dr. Beck,
Yes.
Bournet,
Yes.
Yes.
Murphy,
Yes.
Newman,
Yes.
Radish Schneider,
Yes.
Swinburne,
Yes.
Welch,
yes,
Fields,
Yes.
Burke,
No.
Green,
Yes.
Benally,
Yes.
Testament,
Yes.
Wallace,
No.
Abbas.
Yes.
Cushing, yes.
So 18-2.
Representative Wallace of Burke, you have an minority report.
Not on this one.
You want to write one?
No. No, this ain't one I want to die on the hill.
Why?
All right. So 18-2, yes.
Croc TV.